This woman is unsure why she wasn't hired from Hooters. Wait until you find out what these Starbucks employees are protesting for and how much these Bojangle employees expect to get paid. That and so much more. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get into this.
So Hooters didn't hire me, and they didn't even give me a reason. They didn't tell me why or anything. They just said I'm not what they're looking for. What the hell does that mean?
All right, let's talk about what is happening here. What is this around the waist? She makes this apron look extremely small, and she can't think of one reason why they didn't hire her. Well, I can think of about 273 reasons why. It's honestly too bad. She has a really pretty face. Who do you think has a better chance of getting hired at a fast food restaurant? The last lady or this person with green hair and a face tattoo?
Good morning. This is Alonzo with an S and a job interview today.
Alonzo.
Black Dahlia night paint. And here's my fit check. Got the floral shirt. Got the rainbow cardigan. Got the pumps.
Oh, man.
And got the Puce Steve Madden bag.
Oh, that's gonna help.
I love you because God loves you.
So first of all, this has to be the worst outfit that somebody could wear to a job interview. It looks extremely unprofessional and mismatched. And also, I just keep imagining how terrifying it would be to pull up to a drive-thru and then you hear that sound.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. What would you like today? Okay, would you like to make that a meal?
Not very exciting. People will drive off. They'll just forget their food. They'll go home. They'll sleep hungry. At least the last person wants to work, you know?
I got a letter in the mail yesterday that told me that my housing stuff was defunded and they can't help me with any of my bills anymore, including electric and gas. And if I were to move, they couldn't help me move anymore. So it's super cool as a single mom that literally can't work a ton because I have my son. So that's sick. And then
that sounds really rough.
Son's in early intervention, and yesterday they came and they told me they can't help me with gas cards anymore, which put gas in my car so that way I could take my son to appointments and play groups and literally the grocery store. My phone shuts off tomorrow. My internet's off. I can't pay my electric.
This lady had everything covered.
I can't pay my electric. And then they just defunded all of that stuff. And now I don't get help with anything. So what am I supposed to do? My son doesn't qualify for any daycare. He has to start preschool till September. I work 2 days a week because that's when I have a babysitter.
You know, the worst thing about it is that she's asking people, the public, probably her family and friends, what should I do? And the truth is she probably doesn't want an answer, because when people enjoy complaining about how hard things are for them, if you mess around and you solve all of their problems, they're going to hate that, because then they can't complain about it and tell everyone about how difficult their life is anymore. So she's not actually looking for a solution. Potentially something that she could do is work at a daycare, and her son could be there with her.
And those 2 days are enough to buy. I just don't get how people are doing it by themselves. I don't. And then how are you going to give me a little bit of help? And then you're like, oh, by the way, one day we're just going to send a letter and we're going to be like, we can't do that anymore. We can't help you.
I mean, that's the thing. It's I don't know any other country where people are just able to live off the government. And unfortunately, in our country, they get used to it. And this is actually a good thing if she looks at it from a different angle. And probably eventually she will see this as an opportunity to be able to be more independent and not have to rely on the government, who isn't actually always going to be there to help you, like they try to claim that they will be. So these Starbucks employees stopped working for a few minutes to protest illegal immigrants being deported. You know what would be really interesting is if they buy a flight to these countries where people are being deported to, and then they get a job at Starbucks in those countries if they have it, and then they can see what the wages and the work hours are like and how they get to work and everything like that. And then we will see if they actually have anything to complain about here in the United States. Yes, oh yes, it is just so unjust that our country has laws and policies that we need to follow to protect our citizens. Of course, they're all masked up. Oh, not the blowhorn. Starbucks Workers United on ULP strike. They got the t-shirts and everything. Imagine just going to Starbucks because you want a drink and then this happens. Speaking of people complaining about their wages, let's see what's going on at Bojangles.
Grabbing fries. I get burned all the time. Slicing my finger. Just grabbing fries. Yeah, and it lasts for days. So imagine every single day we're coming here, getting cut and burned for 7 to 10 hours. Imagine how many cuts and burns you get in 7 to 10 hours of constantly working. So we get paid $12? That's not enough. That won't even cover my hospital bill if I get a 3rd-degree burn. That is one more reason why we demand $25 an hour.
$25 an hour to make French fries. It seems like a lot. And then people who are in more qualified positions are going to be like, well, we should be getting paid even more if people who are working in fast food restaurants are getting paid $25 an hour. So again, it just makes everything go up. And a fast food job isn't meant to support you for the rest of your life. It's a starting point. Minimum wage jobs are a starting point, and they're supposed to help you grow. It's not supposed to support your entire life. This lady's calling out to all the 4B queens. If you know what 4B means, then I'm sorry.
Not sure why no one understands how I feel. You guys know that my husband turned Republican this term. I don't know why. I threw his ass out of the house. And
What?
I have to do more. I don't want to shave my head because that's going to hurt him. I'm going to look ugly. So I'm not doing that. I think I'm going to sleep with his friends. I think that's the only way.
Wait,
what? Sleeping with his friends will do. What do you guys think?
What? How could shaving your head be more hurtful to your husband than sleeping with his friends? Going back to the whole fast food topic, a lot of people have been talking about this group and how one woman was complaining that they were trying to split the check instead of having people just pay for what they ate. Let me know what you guys think about it.
I'm not splitting no check. I told them to get separate. I'm not splitting no check with y'all, so I don't know why y'all trying to split no check. I'm not doing it. I didn't eat all that y'all did. Y'all getting drinks, y'all didn't get all that. I got this. No, it don't matter. It's my birthday. I got it paid for. We're not gonna do this birthday. So y'all trying to split the check? Who paying for your shit? I'm paying for my own shit. We need to get separate checks.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait till y'all 24 hours up.
Wow. Imagine talking to your friends like that. I highly doubt that they're ever going to go out to eat with her again. It was probably at most $15 more that she was going to pay if they split the check. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but I can also see how maybe she just ordered a water and didn't eat that much, and so she didn't understand why she would have to pay for everybody else. But I mean, again, I don't really think that it's worth losing your friendships over. At least that last group was paying for their food, unlike these people. Apparently, it has become a trend recently for some people to dine and dash. That means that you order a bunch of food, you eat, and then you just run away. And yes, this actually does happen at restaurants. When I was working as a waitress, there was a person that they called the Taco Bandit or something like that. One person actually bragged about dining and dashing on social media, tagging the restaurant, saying thank you for the free food.
Sadly, dine and dash incidents are on the rise. The owners run 2 Soul Vibes locations and 3 I Can't Believe It's Not Meat restaurants. And in the last 6 months, they've seen an uptick in these type of incidents.
Jeez.
These are just a few of the incidents they've recorded.
It's an industry of pennies and nickels. So when you get these dine and dash incidences, you know what I mean? You know, the consumer or the people who are doing this dine and dash might think, oh, it's just $100. Yeah,
$100.
but it's hurting the bottom line.
Now, police.
Yeah, I mean, restaurants already struggle so much to make a profit and stay in business. And it's really messed up because a lot of these restaurants are family owned. The thing is if you cannot afford to eat out, then you should just make food at home. It's usually healthier and you save money. And I think that it's important to remember that it's good to live in our means so that someday we'll be able to have more. It's kind of like making a temporary sacrifice to be able to have a better future. But some people want to live these luxury lives and go on vacations, go to fancy restaurants, and not even pay for it or just put it on a credit card. And some people seem like they don't even want to work at all. And I think that the reason for that is because they haven't defined exactly what it is that they want to accomplish in life and what their purpose is. And so I think that it's really important that we write those things down in detail so we know where we're going, why we want to get there, and also how we're going to get there, what people we need to work with, what organizations, what skills we're going to need to do those things, and basically just come up with a plan of action, because everything that we want to accomplish in life is possible, and we don't need to take shortcuts or try to demand more money from an employer or be angry about not being able to get a certain job, because if we truly want something, we'll make it happen no matter what. Please make sure that you guys are subscribed. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.